A few days ago, a lot of vocational high school students joined in a big demonstration. It reminds me of Trisakti tragedy that happened 21 years ago. What happened on that day was a demonstration of resignation of President Suharto. A massive riot happened. Four students were killed and dozens more were injured. But my question for today, is there anyone here who knows what happened 4 years after that incident? 1,456 days after that tragedy, something awesome happened. That was the day that everyone had been waiting for, which is my birthday. So I was born on May 12, 2002. I've been living in this country for about 17 years. And throughout that 17 years, I feel privileged to be given the right of free education and the freedom of expression. I'm proud to be here today in front of many people from the different background to share my thoughts about how to contribute to our country. That is why in my speech today, I'd like to give you two things. The first one, I'm gonna talk about what contribution actually means, and then the second one is how to do that. So let's dive into my first point. According to Oxford Dictionary, contribution means the act of giving something that's valuable to a person, an organization, or a country. So it means someone who gives contribution is actually a hero. A couple of weeks ago, when I was hanging out with my girlfriend, we were watching an Indonesian heroic movie. It's called Gundala. So I asked a question to my girls. It sounds like this. Honey, what comes to your mind when you hear the word of hero? She simply answered Superman. Then I said to her, forget about Superman, forget about Batman, or even Iron Man. I'll be your man. So if I imply the word of I'll be your man means I'll contribute everything that I can do to my country, Indonesia. So this ends my first point. Now let's move on to my second point on how to contribute to our country. When I was little, there is someone that I'm really afraid of, my mom. So actually my mom taught me something that really touched my heart. Son, if you wanna do something kind, do it constantly. No matter how small it is, as long as it's valuable, do it. A little example, we often see some trash on the road, take it and put it in a bin. So this is a small thing. But now imagine a world where everyone consistently throwing out trash and put it where it belongs. In fact, it already happens in Yogyakarta, where the people there are cultured to have a better social awareness. I've been told that Keraton, their past government system, teach the locals that our Mother Nature has given so much things to survive: food, water, and oxygen. So their Sultan emphasized the idea that we should show respect of our Mother Nature by stop polluting the environment. And I believe that this idea should be implemented in the mind of the youth. Because we might not have a super brain that is able to generate a new invention. But it's important for us to have small things that we can do consistently. That's the first thing. The second thing that I want to tell you is on how technology and education can help us to contribute. Nelson Mandela was right when he says, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. So we are the youth live in the era where we could just say, hello Google, then we could get everything we want. So this technology should go hand in hand in this current education. In Piri, Yogyakarta, there are students who invented the electric tricycles to combat the emission of fossil fuel. So they are inspired by Tesla electronic vehicle that is being talked about on the internet. At my school, Vocational One High School of BEKASI, a senior of mine created a machine that recycles a daily waste into fertilizer. This is exactly the reason why I went to vocational high school. I want to invent something and contribute back to society. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia needs your contribution. Do it now. Because sometimes later might become never. Thank you.
Daniel Fadli.